Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from the Francophile. It's Jalen and Maria and we hope you all are doing well. We're two Americans living and working in France, but this week we are in Spain.
We got into Valencia this morning. We had a really early morning flight, and so we came to the Airbnb and rested up, and we just got freshened up to go on our first outing. We're gonna head to the grocery store and out to dinner. And so yeah, come along with us, not only tonight, but for the rest of the week for our vacation here.
But first, we'll start off with a tour of our Airbnb. When you enter, there's a hallway with open and closed storage on both sides, as well as all of the typical kitchen equipment, like a fridge, microwave, sink, oven, and even a washing machine. Then you get to the main living space where there's a TV, a couch, and a table. We have always liked staying in Airbnbs versus hotels because it feels like a more local experience. Plus, we like to do laundry throughout our stays and occasionally cook at home. This Airbnb was spacious, clean, and particularly well suited for our plans in Valencia. We'll link to the Airbnb in the description if you're interested in staying here.
This is one of the two bedrooms. Between them, there's a storage area where we decided to keep our suitcases. The other bedroom is the next room over and has a small bed that could sleep another guest. Lastly, there's another hallway on the backside of the kitchen that leads to the bathroom. The bathroom was our favorite part of the space. It was well lit, had 2 sinks, and a large shower. We had no issues with this Airbnb and would definitely recommend it to anyone staying in Valencia. Now let's head to the grocery store.
Mercadona is one of Spain's largest grocery store chains, so we were excited to check it out and grab some products that we don't see in France. The layout and vibe of Mercadona reminded us of stores like Aldi and Lidl. We decided to grab just a few snacks since we knew we'd be eating out at restaurants quite a bit on this vacation. To a restaurant called La Diva. The high ceilings, mood lighting, and unique decor made this a nice dining experience, and the food was pretty good as well. Maria tried the vegan falafel burger, and I had the Icelandic cod. Got a good night's sleep and we decided to spend this morning at the beach. Alright, so we just finished up at the beach. It was amazing, very relaxing. Took a couple dips in the water and also read. And now it is time to head to lunch. For lunch, we headed to a beachfront restaurant called El Trompo. We ordered some fried squid and their lobster paella, both of which were very good. The ocean breeze and beach views made for a wonderful backdrop to our meal.
Museum of Fine Arts.
Ahora, dos entradas, por favor.
Es gratuita la entrada.
¿Gratuita?
Sí.
¿De dónde soy? De Francia.
De Francia.
Sí, sí.
This art museum was awesome on the inside and out. We got to discover so many artists we'd never heard of before while getting a break from the Valencian heat. We were pleasantly surprised by the 2 colorful courtyards that can be accessed from the inside of the museum, and we spent some time in them admiring the architecture.
We had a good time at the museum, and now we're both hungry and thirsty, so we're headed to dinner. Muchas gracias. When we were planning our trip, we were particularly looking forward to trying out this restaurant. Atenea's rooftop bar boasts stunning views of the city and a trendy atmosphere. We like to think we got some of the best seats in the house this evening. The delicious small plates, drinks, and views of Valencia's town hall didn't disappoint.
Good morning. We are headed to brunch, and then we're gonna pop back to the Airbnb and go to the beach.
This brunch was amazing and the service was lightning fast. Maria enjoyed eggs Benedict with spicy chipotle hollandaise sauce, while I went with their take on the English breakfast. For our dessert, we had cheesecake, and we also both tried a Valencian coffee special called the Bonbon, a layered beverage consisting of espresso and sweetened condensed milk. After brunch, we headed back to the beach. This time we found ourselves a little farther down the coastline at La Playa del Cabañal. Although it was a scorcher at this point in the day, it was nice to just lay out, read, snack, look for seashells, reflect on life, and watch the world go by. We thoroughly enjoyed our time at the beach, and now we are starting off our evening with a nice walk to the St. Nicholas Church and then heading off to dinner.
Valencia is a beautiful city. We had so much fun discovering the architecture, colorful surroundings, and large avenues while walking from place to place.
Though the Iglesia de San Nicolás isn't particularly impressive from the street, we were truly taken aback by the beautiful interior when we stepped inside. This church is nicknamed the Sistine Chapel of Valencia, and we can see why. vacation, we are often on the lookout for postcards to send to loved ones around the world from our destination. We didn't quite know where to look for unique postcards, but while wandering the alleyways of the old town, we stumbled upon La Postalera, and it had exactly what we were looking for. When I told my classmates from Spanish class that I was taking a trip to Valencia, they recommended Maria and I try Puerta del Mar. This restaurant is right in the center of the city and has a seafood-filled menu. We tried pan con tomate, bread with tomato, zamburiñas a la brasa, grilled scallops, entrecot de vaca madurado, ribeye, lomo de bacalao, cod loin, torrija, Valencian French toast, and crema tostada, Valencian crème brûlée.
We are going to grab some breakfast and then head to the Central Market.
Perfecto.
Ok, queremos por favor un ice latte.
¿Con leche de avena sin lactosa o normal?
Normal.
Normal, uno. ¿Qué más?
Bombón.
Bombón. ¿Qué más? ¿Tiene?
¿Cuatro banana y fresa?
Sí, claro.
Y un ron canela, por favor.
Sí, pues.
Brunch at DDL Boutique was great, and now we are arriving at a well-known market called El Mercado Central. Locals and tourists alike come here to do everything from weekly grocery shopping to browsing souvenirs. As you can see, this place is huge, and it has all kinds of stuff like fresh fruits and vegetables, ready-to-eat foods, meats, seafood, specialty items, and more. We had fun looking around at what the market had to offer and even picked up a few items ourselves. We got some orange cream liqueur and 2 made in Spain chocolate bars, one flavored with cinnamon and the other with chili powder. The market also has a very popular restaurant called Central Bar that serves typically Valencian dishes. We shared a meal here that, despite being very simple, is definitely in the running for the best thing we ate during our trip. We ordered the bocadillos mari, cuttlefish and aioli sandwich with patatas bravas. Despite having to wait in line for a good while, we had a great experience and the flavors were mind-blowing.
Getting around Valencia was honestly a breeze. The city's public transport network connects the whole city, is timely, very clean, and most importantly in the summertime, air-conditioned. We really enjoyed being able to get everywhere we needed to using the buses and their interesting metro lines, which also sort of simultaneously double as tram lines.
Afternoon at the Aquarium. The Oceanographic is the largest aquarium in Europe, and Maria was especially looking forward to checking it out. While we had a good time exploring, we weren't expecting so much of it to be outdoors, and we think it's more accurately described as a half aquarium, half zoo experience. Our favorite parts were walking through the aquarium tunnels and getting to admire some jellyfish. so we're going to head to dinner.
For dinner tonight, we're having some Japanese cuisine. We love eating Japanese-inspired food in both the USA and France, so we're curious to see Spain's take on it. This restaurant was one of a kind and had 2 different dining rooms to choose from. We ate in the future room, but they also have a past option. The food was quite good, and the coolest part was that it came straight to our table via conveyor belt. Let's go get some breakfast.
Today's breakfast is a special one. We're going to try horchata de chufa, tiger nut milk, and fartons, Valencian pastries, for the first time ever. Horchata can refer to a number of drinks around the world, but Valencian horchata is a sweet, plant-based drink made from tiger nuts. We like the unique taste and even the slightly chalky texture of it. Along with our horchata, we had fartons. A farton is an elongated, donut-like pastry that can be eaten as is or dipped in the horchata. Mine was filled with cream, while Maria's was filled with chocolate. Now we're headed to see some famous towers here in the city. Alright, now we're headed to go get some lunch and then over to the Valencian Institute of Modern Art. We chose to put this restaurant on our itinerary for its Flexitarian menu, which is great since Maria is a pescatarian. For appetizers, we ordered the sweet potato fries and tacos al pastor. And for mains, we both got dishes that included seared tuna steak. We finished off the meal with some iced espresso, which was just what we needed.
We are art museum lovers and try to visit at least one in every city we go to, and Valencia was no exception. While exploring the Valencian Institute of Modern Art, we really appreciated the interactive art exhibits. We paid nothing to get into this museum, as it's free to all on Sundays, but I did grab a t-shirt from the gift shop before we left.
Last stop of the day, we're headed to dinner.
The restaurant we chose for dinner was another great option for vegans and vegetarians, and also had quite a few gluten-free options. The vibe was relaxing and classy, and we loved everything we ate. We highly recommend the vegan black pudding gyozas.
está la oficina de Colrayo?
Arriba, la
Arriba.
sexta planta.
Ok, gracias. We couldn't leave Spain without doing a little bit of shopping, and after looking through our wardrobes, we found we could both use a few more items for the upcoming fall season. I ended up grabbing 3 shirts from a Spanish brand called Nude Project, and Maria got a sweater from Massimo Dutti. Time to go grab some lunch by the beach. We headed back to the coast to get some lunch at La Pepica. This restaurant has tons of seating and the interior is eclectic and inviting. We sat inside and got to enjoy a beautiful beach view. We heard from locals that La Pepica has the best paella in the whole city, so we definitely knew we couldn't skip trying it here. We had Tinto de Verano La Casera, a red wine cocktail available with or without alcohol, patatas bravas, and paella pepica, paella with fish and peeled seafood. Everything was to die for. Alright, we just grabbed some coffee and now we're headed to go visit a couple monuments. Due to time constraints, we only got the chance to visit one of the 2 monuments that we had planned on seeing this day, but we had a nice time regardless. The Lonja de la Seda, or the Silk Exchange in English, is a major attraction in the city and it only cost us €2 each to visit it. This building was built between the late 15th and early 16th centuries and is a great example of Valencian Gothic architecture. Furthermore, it was a main hub for commerce and trade at the time. Seda, meaning silk, was one of the main commodities traded in this building all those years ago. After visiting the Silk Exchange, we headed to dinner for our second Japanese-inspired meal of the trip. Sushi Kori is an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant where you can order small quantities of all types of sushi until you don't want any more. We both agreed that our favorite sushi of the night was the octopus nigiri.
This morning we are headed to the tattoo shop. I found a tattoo artist I liked months ago and worked with him to create a tattoo that I'm really excited to get. I'm a big fan of the American traditional and neo-traditional style, and as the name suggests, it's not always easy to find artists who are experts in this style outside of the US. It's become sort of a tradition that I get a tattoo on all of our summer vacations, and this will be my 4th one.
Even though I don't have any tattoos, I love accompanying her to these appointments and seeing the tattoo process from start to finish. The tattoo appointment ran a bit long, so we are rushing over to a nearby restaurant where we reserved a table. We got there right before the kitchen was closing and we ordered 3 spectacular dishes. The grilled octopus was one of the best things we have ever tasted. We would definitely recommend this local non-touristy spot to anyone in the Rosafa neighborhood. So after Maria's tattoo and a delicious lunch, we are on our way to the Cathedral of Valencia. We tried to go visit yesterday, but we couldn't because we missed it by just 1 minute. So we're headed back and hopefully we'll be able to check it out. The Cathedral de Valencia was awesome. While it wasn't a free visit, the price of €9 per person included an audio guide of the whole cathedral and its different chapels, plus the internal museum that houses artifacts and works of art. The cathedral holds what some people believe to be the Holy Grail and San Vicente Martir's left arm. We won't be forgetting this church anytime soon. Our last stop of the day is dinner. We decided to get some Mexican food, which is one of our very favorite cuisines, but we have such a hard time finding it in France. We came across this restaurant, and even though we were the only ones there, it was so good. Maria's enchiladas and my tacos really hit the spot.
Just finished dinner and now we are headed back to the Airbnb for our last night.
Alright everyone, so we're going to end the vlog here. Thank you for coming with us on our vacation to Spain. We hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, make sure to follow us on all of our social media. We do have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and our blog. And we'll see you all in the next video. Bye!